Hello again, coffee chat friend. Somebody a couple days ago asked me if I would do a couple of comments on spirituality versus religion. Now, I'm sure all of us have heard of people saying, I'm no longer religious, but I'm spiritual, or something to that effect. Well, what is this all about? Once again, I'm not sure because I'm not sure what people mean when they say words, but I'm going to give a few comments on what I see. Now, if you look up spirit, the word spirit and where it comes from the word breath. We see that in the term respire. When we respire, we re-breathe. In a way, we continue over and over again, right? So, if we think about some of these old words, and this is just a guess on my part, if you think back to how people would have seen, how they would have conceived of the unseen, they would have thought of themselves, okay, why am I alive? What is it that's sustaining me? Well, the unseen forces could have been perceived as being embodied in the air, because they'd breathe in and they could realize that if they stopped breathing, then they would die. So they would say that they were, kept alive by the spirit, by the breath, because that's the same synonymous word. And we hear terms like Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, complete spirit, healthy spirit, whatever it is. We're sustained by the Holy Spirit. That's what a lot of Christians will say, they're by the Holy Spirit, they're this or they're that. And the holy breath, the complete giver of life, if you will, because that was seen like the giver of life. The completeness, it's not just a part, it's the whole, right? Completeness. So that's maybe why these things get derived as they do. So that's spirit, as I see it. Religion, on the other hand, if you look at the origin of that word, it comes from legioned. A legion is like an alliance, a bonding to a group or an entity or something like that, bound to that, right? It's like glued onto, you're legioned. So a religion means to do that again somewhere else. That's why you can have one religion and another religion. So you can be bonded over here, or bonded over here, or bonded over here. There's all these different religions. And what they are, as we can clearly see it, is things people make up. Whereas spirit, in its origin, is breath. We didn't make that up. We as human beings did not make up the fact that we have to breathe, the air, or whatever it is that sustains us. We didn't invent that. We live by it. Not because we made it up. Whereas religion is something that we made up, because if we have to religion ourselves, we already have an allegiance, right? To spirit, to the breath, to the giver of life. We have that allegiance. We are bound, so long as we are alive as individuals, to breathe and to be sustained by that giver of life. The religion is something that we ally ourselves with or bind ourselves to. It's just like the legion, if you want the old saying, the legionnaires. It's like a core of bodies that get together and they say, we are allied. We will fight to the death. For, attack against you is an attack against me, because we're bound together, because we've agreed to. So religion is just an agreement. It's an agreement to be bound by another alliance that was constructed by man. Clearly, the religions, all their rituals and their books and all these sorts of things, they're all written and concocted by human beings. Let's say, this is a story about this and that and the other thing, and these are a bunch of rules that you got to follow if you're going to be in this religion, and you have to wear this sort of clothing when you're doing this and that and the other thing, or this sort of a headdress or whatever it is. That's all just cultural agreements. It's all religion. That's all it is. So, can there be spirituality in religion? Well, life is spiritual. Life is sustained by the giver of life. If we want to call it, in our case, if we want to go back to the original word, breath, as in the idea that what is unseen, but yet we need to breathe in, is the sustainer of us. So whatever that is that sustains us, that's the spirit, or spiritual, right? Whereas religion is just a construct of man. So the religion then is sort of, once again, order of creation. Spirit, the giver of life, man, humanity, and then man creates religion. So the spirit and religion are on opposite sides in the order of creation of man. Man is in the middle. Man creates religion. Spirit sustains and creates man, if you will. The unknown forces, creative powers, sustainers, or whatever we call them, breaths of life, life-giving forces, whatever that is, sustains us and all of life, and then we create the religions which we may or may not agree to, and rebind our religion ourselves. We already have an allegiance with the giver of life, right? Whether we like it or not, if we stop breathing, there will be consequences. So we keep breathing, heart keeps beating, all that sorts of things. That's because of the giver of life, which gives us life, and then we must give life to the religion. Otherwise it's irrelevant. It's only people operating in the religion that gives it life. Once again, the difference, very much opposite. There is spirit or spirituality in everything, because that's synonymous with a term like the giver of life, or the giver of existence, or the cause of existence. That's spirit. And religion is something that we create, a whole bunch of customs, rules, regulations, clothing, behaviors, and reflections, and different genuflections, and all these different cultural things that say you have to behave this way and so on. And it's all by agreement, because there's people over there doing their religion, there's people over there doing their religion, there's people over there doing their religion, but they're still all being able to do that because of the overall creating giver of life, which in this case I'm going to call spirit. The breath of life, if you will, on a grander scale. What sustains us. Hope this was helpful. It's been great chatting. We'll have to do this again. Bye-bye for now. My name is Steve.